Welcome back to another installment of Kingdom Things with me, your host, Ashley Nicole Phillips, spiritual practitioner, spiritual healer, spiritual creative, by the way of God, Goddess, Source, the One, the Central Sun, the Most High Creator, whatever you like to call the force, the energy, the power behind existence, behind all that is. That is who, that is what ushered me into my role, into my position, into alignment with my purpose, being a spiritual practitioner, spiritual creative, spiritual healer. Now, again, my podcasts are timeless, but I do like to say the date to give some context behind what I'm speaking about. So it's July 15th, 2022. July 15th, 2022. Humanity, we are going through a humongous shift in consciousness as a collective. The frequency of our beingness, of our planet, Mother Gaia, is raising, which is bringing us into more of the authentic states of being as infinite beings, no beginning, no end, having a human experience. No, we've been bogged down in a consciousness that said human experience was all that reality was or is. So we've been bogged down in a consciousness for millennia that said the human experience was all that there was or is, and that the human experience is an experience of suffering, is an experience of pain. Humanity, we're going through a consciousness shift where we are, again, our bodies, our beingness, our planet, Mother Gaia, are raising in vibration. So we are coming into the knowing that we are infinite. We are coming into the knowing that there are many more aspects and dimensions to self than what we presumed there were, than what we were taught there were. Now today, July 15th, 2022, we're in the thrust of these high vibrational energies that are ushering us into a higher state of being, frequentially speaking, a higher state of being as far as our frequency and our consciousnesses. Now, on the last podcast installment, I stated how I've been awakened to, my purpose in this lifetime, being one of, emitting the energies and frequencies of unconditional love, the unconditional love that I've alchemized and that I'm alchemizing through my body with the experiences that my soul has garnered through this earth experience. Now, today, I'm feeling an energy that is new. It's different. Today, I'm feeling an energy that is new, that is different. And what I'm feeling, in a couple installments back, I also spoke about how, I'm being guided to understand that judgment has no place where we're going. So a couple episodes back, I felt the energy. Judgment has no place where we're going. Last episode, I felt the energy that, my purpose to this lifetime is to emit the energy of unconditional love, with the alchemization of the energies in my body that I've alchemized through my earth experiences. So today, I'm feeling an energy that is showing me the vibrancy of the human collective. So I'm feeling an energy that is exemplifying to me the vibrancy of the human collective. We really, in our authentic state, in a state where we're not bogged down by societal programming, where we're not bogged down by ancestral wounds, where we're not bogged down by the fear of being judged or abandoned, we are all very different. At the same time, we are one, but we are very different in our beingness. Why? Because our souls have garnered different experiences through lifetimes, different experiences through energies that our souls that we have been exposed to. So we're very vibrant. We're very complex as beings. We are very complex beings. And at the same time, in my heart, there is a simplicity of the unconditional love that kind of blankets the complexity of humanity under one parachute. You know that game we played in elementary school, where in like gym class, they would bring out that huge parachute, that rainbow parachute, the huge rainbow parachute, right? And then each kid would grab we would circle the circumference of the parachute. We would grab it. We would raise the parachute in the air together and then all go under the parachute and sit on the edge of the parachute to make like a canopy over all of us as we sat under the parachute, that rainbow parachute. That's what I'm feeling like. The unconditional love of God got us. The one is that parachute, that rainbow parachute, and we are all, we're all different, we're all complex, but once we understand that we have the commonality of this energy of God, the one, this energy of unconditional love, we'll come to a place where we're able to not run from each other, but raise that unconditional love and envelope ourselves in this unconditional love and create a home within this unconditional love together. With all of our complexities and differences, we'll be able to create a home within this unconditional love, within this canopy of unconditional love that is God, Goddess, the one. That this unconditional love that is God, Goddess, the one. Okay, y'all. So I am lying in bed, trying to go to sleep. And I know Spirit has something for me to unpack. And I'm trying to unpack it. And I was struggling. So what I am getting, what I am receiving, the vibrancy, the complexities that we are projecting as a collective at this moment, it is a crossroads where we are being tested, we are being asked, who do we want to be? We are being asked, who do we want to be? Do we want to be fearful or do we want to trust the universe? Do we want to be judgmental or do we want to be unconditional love? Do we want to have a lackful mindset or do we want to live in abundance? We are weeble and wobbling through these energies all day, and Spirit, the universe is saying you need to choose who you want to be. You need to choose who you want to be. Tell me who you want to be is what the universe is saying. And I can definitely identify with this. Like I said in, the previous podcasts, I'm observing, myself. So I observe when I switch from, out of habit, out of what, millennia of conditioning for my soul, out of my DNA, switching from all of these different energetic states of being, from, a lack mindset to abundance, from, judgmental to unconditional love. So I definitely understand. And dear Spirit, dear God, dear the One, I want to be the full embodiment of myself, my full divinity. So I choose abundance. I choose unconditional love. I choose I choose to be my full self, my full divinity. And so it is. Y'all, I have been 8-miling myself. I have been 8-miling myself. So, I've been guided to sit in silence, meditate, and go deeper, go into your soul, find out who you are. Go into your soul, find out who you are. Go deeper, go deeper. And every time that I'm guided to go into my soul and find out who I uncover new levels of I amness about myself, new levels of new dimensions, new aspects of myself. So, my soul. When we speak of the human experience, we're speaking of an experience in which souls from many dimensions, realms, spaces, and places come to this dimensional dwelling in which Earth resides. We call it the third dimension. And in the third dimension, the way we number the dimensions, that's a linear human creation or whatever. But I've been, so when we speak of the human experience, we're speaking of souls that come into the dimension in which the earth realm dwells in order to experience this physicality, in order to experience the challenge of creating and dwelling within this dense realm of the earth realm. So I've been guided into my soul. My soul is a highly evolved soul. My soul is a highly evolved soul. Highly evolved. Now, a while ago, I was guided to Michael Newton's Journey of Souls. And I listened to the audio recording of Michael Newton's Journey of Souls. And it explained, what he found. The Journey of Souls is a publication of what Michael Newton discovered, recorded with putting many people under hypnosis into the state of afterlife, to the spirit realm. Now, there are different the way we see it in our human form, we see different soul levels. So there are beginner souls, souls that have only incarnated in the earth realm, one or two times, a few times. And then you have intermediate souls, which, they've incarnated a few more times. And then you have, the higher level souls that have been here quite a few times. My soul has been here quite a few times. My soul has had the earth experience quite a few times. I've incarnated on the earth realm quite a few times. And you know what? It makes sense. It makes sense as to why, souls that have incarnated on the soul, souls that have incarnated on the earth plane as many times as my soul has, dating back to, the first civilizations of humanity and its divinity. So my soul has incarnated on the earth realm, dating back to, the first humans with divinity, seated with divinity, seated by the Pleiadians. So my soul has incarnated all the way back when, Pleiadians came and seated humanity with divinity, with the spark of divinity. I have been incarnated on the earth realm to assist with to have the human experience. So my soul is garnering, learning, expanding, and all that great stuff, but also assisting humanity with evolving and expanding as a star being species. So I've been 8-miling myself. Like I've been underplaying myself my whole life. And I'll tell you where this started. This started when I was a kid, and really these energies that I carried. When I was a kid, I felt like I was not accepted for who I was, right? I felt like I wasn't accepted for who I was. Like when I was a kid, people actually asked me, Ashley, what's your favorite color? And I'd be in elementary school, I would say yellow. And I would ask, why it's yellow? And they would say, why is your favorite color yellow, Ashley? And I would say, because yellow is the color of the sun. And the sun gives life to plants in the earth. The sun gives life to plants in the earth. That's why that's my favorite color, yellow. And like all of my like responses and stuff, it was like, I could tell it put people off. It was off-putting. Like it shocked people. Like they didn't know how to respond to me. So I started 8-miling myself. I started downplaying myself in order to feel like I fit in order to feel like I could connect to people. Now, this energy of me downplaying myself, it didn't start in this lifetime. This energy is an energy that I carry through my whole human experience because of all the things, being my full self, created within my lifetimes. Like I said on previous podcast installments, being my full soul self, got me ostracized, got me killed, probably burned at the stake. Actually, no, I remember I had So a lot of things that being my full self got me. So like there's a lot of fearful energies with me opening my heart and going into that space of my fullness. And I have been running from myself. Recently, I've been running from myself, distracting myself from going within and connecting with my soul. I've been running from myself. Why? Because of the fear from lifetimes of being ostracized, from lifetimes of being murdered, from lifetimes of being not understood for being my full self. So I've been 8-miling myself, downplaying myself in order to fit in, to feel like I fit into society. But, I now know, and I'm super, super, super happy that I'm awakened to my purpose, awakened to myself, further awakened to myself. But because, like, my whole life, I felt like I would ask these questions, like, why are we here? Since I was a small child, like, why are we here? What is Earth? What are humans? Like, what's going on here? Like, what's going on here? What's really happening? They're not telling us. Like, my whole life, I was there, And in the recent years, last 5 years, I'd been asking myself, like, I've been felt a pull, like a calling, like I'm supposed to be doing something, and I cannot remember. I would tell myself, I'll put my hands on my hips and say, I'm supposed to be doing something, but I cannot remember what I'm supposed to be doing. And I'm so grateful for this purpose, for awakening to my purpose, for what I'm supposed to be doing. I am different because I'm supposed to shine my different soul print. I'm supposed to shine my soul star. I'm supposed to shine my differences into this world in order to assist in the elevation of humanity, in order to assist with the elevation of Mother Gaia, in order to assist with the expansion and the cultivation of a new human behavior. So I'm upper. I know there's always new levels of waking up, but I'm up. And yeah, so my soul is normally a spirit guide in the spirit realm. My soul's normally a spirit guide. And that makes a lot of sense as to why I'm always trying to help other people. Like I'm always trying to help other people. Always. And I'm still helping other people. Like me being up, allowing myself to shine my soul print, that's helping society, that's helping the world, along with helping myself enjoy this experience, this human experience. So I'm going to say to you, don't be afraid of what you're going to find with going within yourself. Don't be afraid of what you're going to find with going within yourself. Yes, you could good and well stoke energies of fear because of the experiences you had being your full self in other lifetimes. But don't be afraid of what you're going to find, because what you're going to find is empowerment. What you're going to find is purpose. What you're going to find is the ability to cultivate and give yourself everything that you'll need in this life experience. Give yourself the love, the validation, the appreciation, the respect that you need in order to be a balanced human being, in order to be, in your fullness. Allowing yourself to become attachment free Allowing yourself to completely let go and let God is allowing yourself to completely embody your divinity. It's allowing your higher self to integrate with your human vessel. Your higher self, God, Goddess, the one, the divine aspect of self, doesn't have attachments because attachments were products of our quote unquote 3D matrix, of the inversion of the 3D matrix, or what attachments were. Said it before, attachments were designed to keep us stagnant and in the same perpetual karmic loops. Allowing yourself to let go and release all attachments is allowing yourself to completely embody your divinity and allowing yourself to expand and grow and experience life. Which is a big thing for me because, like I said, I've experienced this earth. I've experienced the earth experience as, in the 3D form with attachments for some time. It's encoded in my DNA. So me reprogramming myself, me healing myself of the feeling that I need to be attached to things outside of myself, me healing myself from feeling like I need to be attached to anything is really a big deal. It's really a big deal. It's really a big deal. It's really a big deal. Which gives me hope and confidence and faith that, as a collective, as humanity, we can all do it. We can all allow ourselves to unfold and flow into our divinity. When you experience the power of love through self-love, through activating the most magical parts of self through self-love, you ask yourself, why would you emit or give or wish anything but love unto all external to yourself, quote unquote external to yourself? Why would you wish anything but love on other people, on the world, on all beings of Mother Gaia, all beings of all that is? Why would you wish anything but love unto others, unto self, after experiencing the magical activation within when you give unconditional love to yourself, when you love all parts of self, even the parts that you once shoved away because you were programmed to believe that those parts of yourself were unworthy of love. Love doesn't hurt. Love doesn't hurt. A cute saying that we like to reiterate. Unconditional love. The love that says that you are perfect, you are worthy, you are deserving in all of the ways in which you present yourself, in all the ways in which you manifest in this reality, in any reality, in all of the ways in which you show up. You are worthy, you are deserving, you are love. Unconditional love says that you are worthy, you are deserving, you are love in all of the ways that you present yourself, all of the ways that you manifest in any reality, all of the ways you show up. You are worthy, you are loved, you are desirable. Unconditional love forces you to embrace and feel all of the energies and emotions that you locked away because you were led to believe that those energies and emotions and aspects of yourself were unworthy, undesirable, undeserving. Unconditional love forces you to face those energies, those feelings, those emotions, those aspects of yourself that you were led to believe, that you were programmed to believe by this world. You were programmed to believe these aspects of yourself, these emotions, these feelings that are inside of you are unworthy, undeserving, undesirable. Unconditional love forces you to face those feelings, those emotions, those aspects of yourself that you shoved away, in order to understand that those aspects, those feelings and emotions within you that you shoved away are worthy, desirable, and deserving. Unconditional love hurts. Unconditional love forces you to face those aspects, those energies, those emotions that trigger pain, that trigger fear. And as soon as we understand that those pains, those fears that we feel are not who we are, who are we? We are the unconditional love that accepts us, that loves us, that is love in any condition, any aspect, any reality, any form. You are love and you are loved in any form. Anyway, that is unconditional love. Unconditional love hurts. I am being asked, what kind of love do I want in this lifetime? What kind of love do I want to participate in as far as a romantic relationship, as far as an intimate relationship in this dream, in this story, in this lifetime. And I choose the unconditional love that's going to hold me to myself. I choose the unconditional love that's going to force me to be responsible for my truth, for my authenticity. I choose a love that's going to force me and hold me and deem me responsible to show up to be as my truth. What is my truth? I am unconditional love. I am unconditional love. Any other feeling, any other thought, any other emotion that says that I'm anything other than unconditional love is a farce, is not truth. So I said earlier that it's difficult. It's difficult for me to break out of the programmings. And as soon as I said that, my spirit team, my guides, the universe, all that is, helped me understand it is not difficult, my love. It is not difficult, love. Why? Because all of those things that say that you are other than unconditional love are not true. So what can you do? You don't have to feed those energies, those thoughts that say that you're anything other than unconditional love. You can let those thoughts, those energies breeze through you. Why? Because you are unconditional love. And that's it. That is it. That is it. Thank you so much for joining me on this installment of Kingdom Things with me, your host, Ashley Nicole Phillips, spiritual practitioner, spiritual healer, spiritual creative, by the way of God, Goddess, Source, Essential Sun, the Most High Creator, whatever you like to call the power, the energy, the force behind all that is. That is who created me, planted me here on earth to hold down this role of being a spiritual creator, spiritual practitioner, spiritual healer. Now, I don't know how often I'm going to post these podcasts. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know how often I will post these podcasts. I will just post them as I'm guided to. As I channel, as I download, and as I am guided to post a podcast, that's when new podcasts will be posted. Now, in the meantime, in between listening to the podcast, loving on yourself, taking care of yourself, indulging in your passions, your creations, go ahead and click the link in the description of the posting of this podcast. In that link, you will find my literary works. The Story of Asya. The Story of Asya collection is about a girl growing up in the foster care system in New York City, she begins her journey of awakening to her truths, the things that she finds out about herself. Pretty amazing. So the story of Asya is coming home, the story of Asya, and the story of Asya, I'm home. So 2 parts to the story of Asya. And then we have my other half, which is really it's really a trilogy. So my other half is the 3rd part of the story of Asya collection. So my other half is a book about the infinite nature of our souls. So 2 souls, 2 beautiful souls, travel through lifetimes, and they know they're drawn to each other in every life that they encounter each other. They're drawn to each other. They know they're supposed to create a life together. They know that they're supposed to be together. But the programmings and conditions of the worlds and the lifetimes and the societies that they find themselves in keep them apart. Now they will realize their love and create a life together. Which lifetime, under which circumstances? So we have the story of Asya collection and my other half, which is a spin-off from the story of Asya. It's the 3rd part of the trilogy of my literary collection of the story of Asya. And then also, if you click the link in the description of this posting of the podcast, you will also find my Instagram page, Kingdom Things Podcast Instagram page. There you will be able to listen to Remember When, which is a song written and sung by myself. Which is really a complimentary to the book My Other Half. Remember When, a song written and sung by myself, which is complimentary to the book My Other Half. Again, I want to thank you so much for joining me on this installment of Kingdom Things. Love on yourself, love on yourself, love on yourself. Self-love is the best love because it activates that angel, that beast, that power, that infinite power, that unconditional love within you. It activates the soul within you, the power within you, the infinite power within you. That's yours, that is you. I love you. Take care of yourself. Oh, I was ready for it. Yeah, heart's broken and heavy, boy. Oh, never change, never change, never change the way I felt about you. Yeah, I seem to rage, seem to rage, seem to rage. Yeah, insane about you. I need you to remember this love. Remember this love. Let's remember this love. Remember this love. Yeah, never change, never change, never change the way I felt about you. Yeah, I seem to rage, seem to rage, seem to rage. Yeah, insane about you. This time things ain't right. 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 Let's get it right. Let's get it right. Let's get it right. Oh, never change, never change, never change the way I felt about you. Oh, yeah, I seem to rage, seem to rage, seem to rage. Heart's broke, yeah, insane about you. Oh, never change, never change, never change the way I felt things ain't right. This time things ain't right. Yeah, seem to rage, seem to rage, let's get rage. Yeah, insane about you. For this thing called love. For this thing called love. For this thing called love. For this thing